Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Aki from Aki's Place. Today I wanted to show you how I care for my Plumeria trees. Plumeria trees are, I don't know if it's considered houseplant or not, but you can see, if you don't know what it is, I guess like if you think of Hawaii flower, those are the pretty white flowers, and like I guess they come in different colors, but like the most, yes Liam,
Glasses here.
I know, popular one would be like a white flower that you see everywhere when you think of Hawaii. But I will show you a picture of my plumeria that I had in Japan that bloomed. So I did have a plumeria tree in Japan. I actually bought it when we went to visit Maui. That's where we had the wedding, and they sell the cutting. It was actually okay to bring out. It was selling at the souvenir shop, and I'm assuming I think it says it was okay to travel. I had that plant for at least 4 years. I think 4 years, and then it bloomed for me 2 times when I had it, and then we had to move here, so I did make a cutting and try to bring a cutting here to see if I could grow that cutting, but I was too busy adjusting to the life here, so I got too busy and I forgot about the cutting, and it kind of just went shriveled up and it never rooted. Anyway, so I have 2 plumerias, and they haven't bloomed yet. I got both of them last year. So when you buy a plumeria, normally they are cutting. It would not root the first year. You wouldn't expect to bloom at least for the first year, and maybe the next year too. You never know, but normally they would not bloom for you because they take time to get the buds. So don't expect it to bloom. Don't expect your plumeria to bloom the first year that you got. So this is my 2nd year, so I'm hoping that it might bloom this year, if not next year. But so my care tip would be the soil needs to be well drained soil, and my mixture is house potting mix and perlite and activated charcoal and orchid barks. And did I say perlite? Yeah. So I have those in my mix, and then put it in a sunny place. They really like to be in a bright, almost like maybe in the sunny spot as well. Mine gets a morning sun, and as you can see, it has its own grow light. They have their own grow light that helps during the winter. And during the summer, I will take it out, but you need to do it gradually, otherwise the leaves will burn. But it will be I think it's going to be a lot more happier if you could leave it in the balcony or outside during the summer. But you can also have the grow light like this and keep it inside all year round as well. I think it should be okay. Otherwise you can make it go dormant, but I haven't really done that method. But if you do make it go dormant, when it gets cold, it's gonna lose all the leaves. Mommy's making a video. Can you wait, please?
What on the bucket?
I know. Tell him to stop. So when it goes dormant, like around 10 degrees, when it goes below 10 degrees, the leaf's gonna start to fall, and it's gonna be just the branch. So when that happens, you only want to water like once a month, unless you see the branch gets really wrinkly, like shrivel, and then you need to water more. But when it's no leaf, that means no water. So once a month is good during the winter. For me, I decided to keep it not to make it go dormant, so I do water once a week, frequently, I guess, because it gets dry here as well, and it gets good amount of sun in the morning, so the soil dries up pretty quickly. So I do water once a week for mine, but they need to be, don't water unless it's the soil is bone dry. They're pretty well good. They do very well with what do you call it, drought tolerance. So and that's water. And water, it doesn't need to be filtered or set out. I just use the water that I have, and it's doing fine. And then so the sun already mentioned, and it likes the bright light and soil. And what else? Oh, what did I need to? Oh, and so the fertilizer would be, so if you want a healthy, thick Plumeria tree and to want it to bloom, you need to have high in, oh gosh, what's the word? Phosphorus? It's the, you know, the fertilizer, and is it NPK? It's the middle number. So I use the regular. I don't use any expensive one, but this one is 15, 30, 15. So you want to use the fertilizer that has a higher number in the middle. And in Japan, I think the same 15, 30, 15, and they bloom for me. So I think this is fine. But you could also look for a more expensive one that one has a higher in the middle. I seen one that's like 50. So I don't know how much difference it will make, but honestly, I think this will do just fine. This and the bright light. But so I use this during the summer. The spring is already here, so I've started using this once in 2 weeks, and then every other week I would just use the regular. I use fish water, or when I don't have the fish water, I just use this. This is organic fertilizer from MARPHYL to water, and then so. What was I? So fertilizer, if you want it to flower and have a healthy, thick stem, you need to have one that has the middle number, and that's called the I can't remember anymore, phosphorus or something like that. But and then once a month I use Epsom salt. So I sprinkle about 1 tablespoon Epsom salt around on the top surface of the soil. Epsom salt will help absorb the phosphorus faster and better somehow. I can't remember why, but they do help absorb better. So I just sprinkle this once a month, and then yeah, I guess that's it. But let me show you my Plumeria. So this one is, let me flip. So this one is a regular type of Plumeria. I think it would just give me a white flower, but it does take time to get the buds. So you just have to be patient. And they're just, they're just a tree with a leaf, so it's not that. It gets a little boring, but then once it gives you flower, it's so gorgeous and it smells so nice. And I have another one. This is a variegated Plumeria, which is has variegation on the leaf, and it is just gorgeous. Like for this type of Plumeria, I don't mind not flowering, but I would like to see it flower because I'm curious to see what color flower it's gonna give me. But this one, the new leaves, well, not new leaves, so all the leaves has a pink veins. You can see they're very pretty. Like they come out really pink lines. This is the newest, I guess, kind of big leaf that you can see. So they're really, more light it gets, the variegation gets a lot more stronger. So this is doing well, and you can tell. So when I got it last year, actually this variegated Plumeria is grafted. So that means it has a good root system. So it might have better chance to bloom, earlier than the one that's you have to bought from the regular cutting. So hopefully this one might bloom this year. Anyway, but as you can see, this is where I had it last year when I bought it. As you can see, it's sturdy, but it's a little thin, right? Like, and then you can see from here, because I started to give better fertilizer, like suited for Plumeria. As you can see, that the stem's getting thicker, right? This is a lot more thicker on the up. You can tell, like, so it grew this from here to here, from last, I think I got it in summer or maybe September. But yeah, this is how much it grew, and it's getting a lot more thicker. So if you give it a good fertilizer with the middle number higher in the middle number, it would not be so leggy and, you know, tall leggy Plumeria tree. And I don't really know about propagating, but if you do buy a stem cutting, then you really need to be careful, because they're really sensitive with root rotting or stem rotting, Peanut. So just make sure you put it in a well-drained soil. And I recommend having a plastic, you know, like transparent plastic container with a hole that you can just punch it and make it, so that you can see what's going on inside, whether it's rooted or not. But Plumeria trees start to branch out when the flower, after flower is bloomed. Like when it finished blooming, that's when they start to branch out. So I don't think they will branch out from cutting. I might be wrong, but from my experience, my Plumeria that I had in Japan will branch out after the bloom. So that's how they start to branch out. Okay, so this one has 3, so it must bloomed here, and then it started to branch out. Hey Peanut, what do you want? Okay. So I hope I covered everything. By the way, my glow light, the light bulb is from Dollarama. They sell 5,000 Kelvin grow light. So I'm using 5,000 K, and then this is a regular what do you call it, the light bulb socket with a long cord. It just works perfect. I'm using that. So if you're going to get a grow light, get something, I guess, higher. Like, it definitely need a full spectrum, and I think 5,000 K will do fine, because we still get light in the morning as well. So hopefully it would bloom for me. If it does, I will make an update on my Plumeria trees. So I hope I covered everything, and thank you so much for watching. I'll see you. Stop showing your bump. Bye. Bye bye. Meow. Bye.